Okay, so one of the things we wanted to do is like find various ways to help us. That's gonna bother me. I have to get the scraps of sunlight that come through this tree that totally obscures its setting in the fence, but it's beautiful otherwise. Love the tree. Right. I either need to really change how I'm sitting, or I need to I want the sunlight. I want to feel it as it sets. Right, well, I am lounging off the edge of the bed right now with my feet on the chair, sort of like a hammock. It's quite comfortable, so this works. Supportive. I know, right? Anyway, the way this book is suggested to be used. Complex PTSD, From Surviving to Thriving. There we go. By Pete Walker. Is kind of like you open up the table of contents and you read through it and you see which bit sounds applicable for what's happening. It's really good. It's really cleverly done. I went for the thing that I think is fucking us up most at the minute, which I think is emotional flashbacks. So chapter 8, managing emotional flashbacks. I am now going to just read it and then hope that the way we've been processing trauma helps me also process information. So maybe when I watch this back and absorb it and take notes, I can instill and build upon the information. It's a theory. We'll see how it works. So, okay. Chapter 8, Managing Emotional Flashbacks. Emotional flashbacks are intensely disturbing regressions, amygdala hijackings, to the overwhelming feeling states of your childhood abandonment. When you are stuck in flashback, fear, shame, and/or depression can dominate your experience. These are some common experiences of being in an emotional flashback. You feel little, frightened, fragile, and helpless. Everything feels too hard. Life is too scary. Being seen feels excruciatingly vulnerable. This is all sounding like mad relatable. Your battery seems to be dead. In the worst flashbacks, an apocalypse feels like it will imminently be upon you. Yeah, we feel like we're legit seconds from death when we're having flashbacks, and a lot of them. This is very relatable. This right now, this is very currently relatable. I've realized I'm suddenly remembering / maybe having an emotional flashback to it's not like I'm happy I'm having one, but at the same time I'm kind of like, yes, fuck, it real, in time. I can see it as it's happening. I can observe it. Okay, it's kind of hard to think. I feel a little bit panicky and flighty and like everything I'm doing is the wrong thing to do. I'm remembering this time, we used to read okay, and then we went and did this stupid school class exercise where it was like everyone had to go around in a circle and read a line of, it was like this really little kid's book because we were quite young. Actually don't remember what age we were. I'm thinking around 4 or 5. But whatever we were, it was trash. The teacher was a complete bitch. And if you fucked around with your words, she'd definitely yell at you for it. So panicking and having words come out weird because we're dyslexic and reading is a bitch anyway, so having to do it on a time limit, not fun. So, I'm gonna breathe for a second. I know that's fast. Not that I've read it. See, I don't actually know how to manage emotional flashbacks because I haven't been able to read this fucking chapter. I'm using this for trying to create some sort of novelty and sense of accountability so I can just fucking read it because I need to know what to do when it happens. It's been so much of the last few, since Poe's visit. I think that was really healing, and I think that we had a lot of stuff, a lot of amnesic walls between parts of us feel like they got this. they got less. So it's like, there's no sunlight. Now there's no point for me to be lying like a hammock. It feels like a... like, more parts of us are more able to be more present now. And in situations that formerly we weren't. And it's like, good integrative stuff. Also, emotional flashbacks have been so much. They've been so fucking much. Yeah, definitely blaming the trauma, not blaming us. Oops, that might be really loud actually. Sorry, this is going to continue to be really loud. I mean, we'll fucking live, won't we? I don't have to feel bad or apologise that much. Telling you, the feeling like I'm doing something wrong just hijacks every experience and makes it like so much more stressful than I think it needs to be. My phone's at a really weird little tripod. Okay. Oh, okay. No, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything silly. This is not wasting time. We're allowed to do and be whatever we need. Okay. I think I might have young parts of me sort of co-fronting and with me, and that makes sense. And that's a cool thing. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Oh, maybe from that period of time as well. That would make sense. From the oh baby, from the time that the flashbacks are from. But I mean, like, we're not. Okay, so here's the thing. This is what I think. Rapid switching around makes this much more challenging as the host parts of me, but if the adult parts of me can kind of breathe and get into the body enough, with young parts being present, instead of being like overtaken by what's happening, we can be like a safe container for what's happening and still be able to act in ways that are supportive, and therefore then the younger parts can over time see that it's safe to feel these big things and that we will take care of them. That kind of works. It's absolutely okay. It doesn't matter how long this video takes. I don't give a fuck if people get bored. They can click off, they can fast forward. And all of the people that watch our stuff are really, really caring, considerate people anyway, and will agree with me saying that in the first place. Yeah, we're safe. You don't even, I know. I love it too, it's not just you. Yes, I know. I know. I don't recommend caffeine to people trying to regulate their nervous system and reduce the amount of, like, cortisol or adrenaline action. I know. If you want me to take it over, I don't care about reading. And you're not as fucked around with by the dyslexia symptoms, but no, I would like to read it and do it. For ease of access, I'm gonna do it as a separate video. This can just be like part one, you know, dealing with it in situ, and then I'll actually try and read through it and just give a concise relay of information in another one. I'm really fucking cold. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's freezing and your shirt though very dashing on me, is not warm enough. On both of us. I should say so. I'm not very well equipped for hoodies, I'll be honest right now. This dog, man. Okay. Comforting warmth. By the way, freezing metal. I thought it would be grounding, bracing. Is it not? If it is for you, then I will tolerate it. Cold and unpleasant for you. A little bit, yeah. Right. Thank you. Yeah, okay. We're just going to make sure that we feel comforted. And seen and heard, because it's freezing, and yeah, I want it clear that we're going to meet any needs we have and deal with stuff. I feel a little bit better. I'm a little late, really trauma cold and shaky, which is probably a good sign for processing things, actually. Really tired. Oh, God. We might need to get a coffee making machine somehow. Okay. Yeah, I feel better. I feel really tired, but I feel better. I'm gonna make a comfortable fucking nest, and then we can get back to